So today we are going to do some fancy gift wrapping. I would recommend this for small to medium-sized presents that are rectangular. First, you will need wrapping paper that is big enough to wrap both ways. So I'm here, I'm going to give myself a little extra like I would for wrapping a present, about an inch extra. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing in this direction. And then give about an inch extra. So just to double check, I can cover it that way, and I can cover it this way. Great. So we'll start here. Doesn't have to go all the way down, but lower is probably better in this case. Okay. So we have it centered left to right. We're going to go ahead. Basically what we're doing is we're pulling in this side. And we're going to crease. Make sure it's as flush as we can. And get that crease. This crease. And if you pull this side forward, you may find that this can go a little bit, even a little bit further. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do that on this other side. Same thing, we're going to pull in this side. Okay, and so you're going to want to make sure that when you fold it over, you're right there on that line. Okay. Right? Now we're going to take this other side. You see how it starts making that herringbone pattern? Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing at the bottom. We're going to go ahead and we're going to bring in the side. Now it's going to be a little tough because you've got these two conflicting flaps. I'm going to just turn this to the side real quick. So you're going to go ahead, you're going to bring this forward. You're going to tuck it like you did on the side. You're going to crease that bottom flap. You're going to crease that top flap. Go ahead and do the the same thing on the other side. You're going to crease the bottom, you're going to crease the top, making sure that you really get that tuck against the box, right? Okay. So now that you have your two flaps, you're going to go ahead and you're going to fold the top flap down as tightly against this as you can. Make sure that you're creasing those edges. Okay, so that flap is tucked in. And then you're going to fold up. And so this flap is going to want to come up, but you really want to make sure you tuck it. If you want to tape it, that's fine. But it should just fold up like this. Great. Okay. Now this is where tape comes in. If you want something heavy to set here, you can go ahead and do that. But basically, I just want to make sure that all my edges are nice and crisp. I get those folds creased. And this is where the tape is going to come in. Now, I have a double-sided tape. I really, really like these tapes. I make a lot of cards, so the double-sided tape is just really great. I have different thicknesses. This is a 1/2 inch thick, so it's my thickest double-sided tape. This is going to be fine. If you want to hold it together, let's see. Just take this bottle of glue. Place. I don't know if that's going to be heavy enough. Basically, you're going to want to tape along, not the top. I mean, you're welcome to tape the top, but I'm going to tape along the base of this to start. So I'm going to tape along the base for now. Okay, I've got all my folds tightly folded, tightly creased. I'm going to come up. Okay. And now this is where we get super fancy. Go ahead and weight that down just real quick. I have a couple of scrap pieces of paper. I was making a card and I did not get these cut out correctly, so it's just scrap paper. And so basically I just took some watercolor and I went over it with some green, knowing that I was going to make a tree. Okay, and so what we want is 3, 4, 5, it depends on how big you want your tree, squares. Okay, I'm going to do 4. And so right now my measurement is, oh gosh, 3 3/8. So I'm going to cut this at 3 3/8 for my first one. So just write down this center line. Now if you have a paper cutter, great, go ahead and use it. We can also go ahead and make a square. If you know you have a flat edge, you can always go and fold the flat edge to a flat edge, making sure to get that point just right. And then when you cut along this line, that will be a square. Okay? And to check and see how close of a square, you're going to go ahead and fold it diagonally the other way. And you can see already that this is pretty close. There's a little bit of a gap, but that's okay. We don't have to worry. It doesn't have to be an exact square for this. Just as close as we can get it. Okay, so that's 1. So let's go ahead and we're going to reduce the size. So remember we had it at, what did we have? we were at 3 3/8. So I'm going to make the next one 3 inches. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my paper cutter on this for the sake of a quick video. Maybe I'll go 2 7/8. So basically I'm decreasing it by 1/2 inch. And so I got a little corner caught there, so maybe I'll make this one a smaller one. So we'll take it down again. Maybe this one I'll do just a little bit less than 1/2, so I'll drop it down to 2 1/2. This paper is still wet. So there's my 2 7/8. We'll take this one down to just under 2 1/2. This one we will cut just about at 2. Okay, now with your squares, you're going to want to fold in half diagonally each way. And then you're going to want to fold in half, hot dog style. Okay, now the horizontal fold that you made, you're going to invert that fold. So you're going to push it in, and you see how those triangles start to shape? That's what you want. That is the shape you're going to want. So you want the flap like that. Okay? So we'll do that again. So we're going to take our square, we're going to fold it in half diagonally, we're going to open it up, we're going to fold it in half diagonally again, okay? And now you're going to fold it in half horizontally, make sure your creases are nice and tight, and then you're going to invert that fold. So you go ahead and you can push that in and kind of pinch it. Kind of rest it on your middle finger and your thumb, and then push in with your index finger. So again, thumb and middle finger, and then you push down with your index finger. And you get that beautiful triangle shape. Another way you can do it, fold it in half diagonally, open, fold it in half diagonally the other way, and if you want, you can go ahead and fold it in half horizontally, pattern side or colored side in, so that when you open it, you already have that fold is already folding in. You don't have to invert it as hard. So it'll already be kind of inverted. Okay? So one more. We're going to go ahead, we're going to fold it in half diagonally. So it has 2 diagonals. And then we're going to fold it in half horizontally just once. Then when you open it up, you see how it kind of pops into that shape? Go ahead, close that shape up. Okay, so now I have my 4 pieces, and basically what we're going to do is we're going to figure out, with mine, I'm going to just take a quick peek check both sides, see which one has the most color. So I like this one. I like that side. I think I like that side. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and take the front flaps. So there are two flaps on this side. So we're going to take the front and we're going to fold it so it comes right down the middle. I'm going to take the other side and also fold it so it comes right down the middle. Okay. We're going to take our front flap. Oh, it's too wet still. Fold it right down the middle. Right down the middle. These don't have to be perfect folds. This is just as close as we can get it. We're not worried about being perfect. We're just worried about doing our best and making a package just a little bit prettier. Okay, one more time. Go ahead and fold into the middle, fold into the middle. Okay, so now we have our pieces, and basically what we're going to do is we're going to take that back pocket, or eventually we're going to tape, but right now I'm just going to show you. We're going to open up that back pocket, slide that piece in, open that back pocket, slide that piece in, and there's your tree. So beautiful, right? Okay, so let's get this puppy together. So you can use tape, you can use glue. I'm going to go ahead and grab a smaller roll. This is my 1/4-inch roll. I also have an 1/8-inch roll. They're wonderful. And basically what you're going to do is you're just going to put tape on the top part of the biggest 3 triangles. You can overlap a little bit, that's fine. Fold it around the back side. So basically I'm going to tape, and then with this I'm just going to fold it over. Okay, so when I peel that off, like I said, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to open that back pocket, slide it in, and then push to seal. Okay, so same thing, the tape, I'm going to wrap it around the back side. If you don't have double-sided tape, feel free to just roll the tape onto itself so you make a round, and then both sides are sticky. I'll go ahead and show you that in a minute. Okay. Again, I'm going to open up that back pocket. Stick that piece, press down to seal. And last one. Open up that back pocket, slide it in, press and seal. Okay, so you can either put this straight on the package, or if you want, you can go ahead and if you have some scrap paper, in our case I'm just going to use some more of this brown paper. And so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the rectangle, I'm going to fold it over itself, and I'm going to go ahead and put tape right here. You can also use glue. Glue stick is great. It's going to dry a little bit faster. White glue. If you do use standard Elmer's glue, just understand you're going to have a little bit more patience, which is fine, or you're going to have to put something to weight it down while it's drying. And that's perfectly okay. All right. So now we can go ahead and put tape on the trunk, just right at the top. Again, it's fine if you go over because you can just fold it back. Slide the trunk in. Great. So now you can either decide if you want your tree to come all the way up. Do you want your trunk to fold down? Do you want the trunk to be able to open the package? Any number of things. I'm going to go ahead and have the tree be able to open the package. So I am going to put some double-sided tape on this. I'm going to place my tree right where I want it. I'm going to fold whatever extra trunk I have. Okay. Now I'm going to tape on the back of the tree. Again, you can use glue, you can use tape that's been rolled on itself so it acts like double-sided tape. And there you have it. Feel free to add some white, snow, whatever you like, but this is just the base of super cute little gift wrap that makes it very exciting.